Hey everyone, Jen Heron here with LuLaRoe Jen Heron, and I am so excited to be talking to you guys today because I have some fun stuff to share with all of you. So I got my initial inventory last Wednesday, so it's been 5 days since I got all of my inventory, but I got one tiny little box last Tuesday. So Tuesday until today, today's Monday, I'm gonna call this one whole week since I officially became a LuLaRoe fashion consultant. And so that being said, I wanted to sit down today and kind of share with you my 1 week experience as a consultant and share with you the good stuff and the not so good stuff, the exciting moments, and also some of the things that were a little rough for me this week. And hopefully that's something that you can learn from and kind of take from if you are a consultant in the queue or someone that's considering becoming a consultant. So I just wanted to share with you guys and kind of let you know how my week's been. I was going to dress up for this, but I thought about it and I realized, you know what? Part of this past week has been, I look like this pretty much every day. Leggings and Irma, my hair pulled up in a bun, headband in to keep everything back. It's been a crazy, crazy week. So I wanted to show you the reality of being a consultant and what that has looked like for me, at least, over this past week. So here's kind of my journey so far, and I hope that it's something that is helpful for you, hopefully maybe even encouraging for you, and something that, you know, will help you along in your journey. So like I mentioned, I got my inventory last week. So the way that worked is I ordered my inventory actually about a week and a half before I started receiving it. And when I got that call, you know, that moment where you get the call from the company, from LuLaRoe, saying, hey, we're ready for you. We're ready to bring you on as a consultant. Are you ready? And of course my answer was yes. Yes, I'm ready. I've been waiting for several weeks, lots of weeks, and it's been so worth it because now the moment's here and I'm so, so ready. So I had that moment, that was amazing. And then I had about a week and a half between that call and when my inventory arrived. Now, luckily for me, my husband and I actually went out of town for a week. We had a wedding to attend, so that occupied my time for a good chunk of that, which was very helpful. So when we got back into town, so we got back to town around midnight actually last Monday, so exactly a week ago. And then Tuesday, well, when I had ordered my initial inventory, you know, so how that works is home office calls you and they say, hey, you want to be a consultant? We're ready to allow you to be a consultant. And we have this inventory package that you start out with when you become a consultant. So are you ready to purchase that package? And I said, yes. And so they gave me that package, right? So that package, you know, started its shipping process to me. Immediately once I hung up from that call, I was official. So I was able to log into our ordering system and I ordered a very small box of other items that didn't come in my initial inventory. And those items were Madison skirts. And if you've followed me at all in the past, you know that those are my favorite item from LuLaRoe. At least right now they are. Madison skirts and leggings. So both of those styles were not included in my initial inventory. And I really wanted to carry both of those right off the bat. So I didn't want to invest a whole lot of money because I just, you know, purchased my initial inventory, which was a chunk of change, you know. So I ordered a small amount of each of those styles. So about 20 pairs of leggings and, you know, just a few in each size of the Madison skirts. So I placed that order and that order actually arrived to me a day before the rest of my initial inventory arrived. Okay, so that backstory being said, the box of Madisons and leggings arrived to me on Tuesday last week in the evening. And I knew that the rest of my inventory was coming on Wednesday, but I just couldn't wait to show everybody what I had gotten. And I was so excited to do my first sale. So I said, you know what, forget it. I'm not waiting for all the other stuff. I'm gonna do a shop the box, why not, on Periscope. So I went on Periscope that night and I sold my Madisons and my leggings right out of the box that they came in. So that was super fun. Now, a couple of takeaways from that. It was super fun. I sold several items. That was really exciting because it was encouraging to see like, hey, people are actually shopping for this stuff. Like, this is real. This is happening, which is awesome. So that was really perfect. That was wonderful. The not so great part of that was I got the box late in the evening that day, and then I, went on Periscope that night. So there were only a couple of hours in between that I had to kind of get situated. So setting up my lighting and my tripod and figuring out where I wanted to actually do the sale, like where I wanted to videotape and all those little things that honestly had not even crossed my mind that I needed to do in advance until it was like that time in that moment. So I would definitely recommend, if this is you in the future, that you kind of work on those little pieces ahead of time. Work on your lighting, work on your framing, where you're gonna do your sales from, where you're gonna stand, how you're gonna stand, if you're gonna sit or stand, things like that. I would work on that and get that all squared away, maybe even before any of your inventory arrives. I guarantee that will make a much smoother first sale for you than it did for me. So it was a little nerve-wracking getting started on that sale, and I was super nervous. I'm already a fast talker. If you've watched any of my YouTube videos, you know that I talk fast and I talk long. Two qualities of mine. So being nervous, I was talking even faster on my Periscope sale, but everyone was so gracious and encouraging and just offering little words of, love and encouragement. You're doing great, keep going, So that was so much fun. It was just so great to get to hang out, have people shopping in my sale, get to talk about the clothes and get excited about all the clothes that I got. And that was awesome. So that first sale happened Tuesday night last week. And then, so that was just it was like a mini sale. And then the next day I got all of my inventory. And my husband and I stayed up till 3:30 in the morning that night, hanging everything, taking it out of its boxes and hanging everything and making sure it was all there. And oh my gosh, so much stuff. And that was so much fun. My husband is a saint, I swear. He stayed up with me for the long haul. We both had to work the next day, which was brutal, but we got it done that night because I really wanted to do my big Periscope launch sale the next day. Again, word to the wise. They always say, the whole time I was waiting to become a consultant and I was waiting in the queue, I kept hearing seasoned consultants say, it's not a bad thing if you give yourself a few days to get situated once your inventory arrives, because you're probably gonna want that time to actually get situated and organized before you just go live and start doing this thing. Because after you go live, there's no turning back and you're not gonna have time to work all those kinks out. And boy, were they right. I did not follow their advice, so I'm encouraging you to follow that advice. But I was excited, and there's nothing wrong with that either. It worked out. In the end, it totally worked out, but it definitely was a very exhausting and nerve-wracking week trying to just jump into things without doing all the little preparations that would have made it a smoother week for me had I been smart about it. But Thursday night, I did my Periscope launch with all of my inventory, and that went really, really well. And I had a great reception from so many people who were great and supportive and shopping, and that's always great. And I had a great solid sale, so that was really exciting. And then Sunday night, I did my Facebook launch. So I, took pictures on Saturday of all of my inventory, most of the day Saturday. And then on Sunday, I posted all those pictures for my Facebook group members to shop from, and I kept that up for 24 hours, or a little over 24 hours. I started at 8 p.m. Sunday night, and then I closed the sale and took the albums down at midnight Monday night. So that went really well also. So over the course of the week, those were my big sales. So I did my Facebook launch and my Periscope launch. Those were like my two big sales. And I did a little shop the box first. I consider that really part of my launch sale on Periscope. I just kind of divided it over those 2 days. Okay, so I did those two sales this week. And then in between, a little surprising nugget that I was not anticipating at all. In between those sales, people started finding out that I was selling and that I had inventory. And so people started messaging me either via text if they're local or via Facebook Messenger and saying, hey, I know you have your inventory. By any chance, do you have this item or that item? Or I'm looking for something that will match with, this sweater that I have or this skirt that I have. And oh my goodness, that has been so much fun this week. In the middle of preparing for these big sales of mine, which were really great sales, I've been able to build relationships with women and help them pick something out that's going to make them feel amazing and beautiful and strong and good about themselves. And oh my gosh, I just can't, there are no real words that can describe the feeling that that gives you. Oh, I would encourage everyone to try to find that feeling at some point. The feeling of being able to empower somebody else to feel great about themselves is incredible. So incredible. So that's been, oh my gosh, probably my favorite part about this week. So much fun. And then, okay, so I had those 2 sales, and then I've had the little, one-off sales to individuals in between throughout the week, and that's been great. And then, of course, the replay. So like when I did a Periscope sale, I left that up for 24 hours and people were able to shop the replay from that as well. So that's really what my sales have been this week. I haven't done my in-home launch party just yet. That will be a couple of weeks from now. I work part-time for a technology company, and I've put in my notice for that because I really want to focus full-time with LuLaRoe. So I've been balancing work and my new work, LuLaRoe, and I've actually been scheduled at my actual job more this week than normal. So that was an interesting little extra in my week. So sleep has been very little. Sleep has been very, very little this past week. Last night I was finally able to catch up a little bit because I was off work today. So last night I finally slept. Today I finally caught up on little things that I've been pushing to the side that weren't necessarily like, immediate needs, like doing this video, which I'm so excited to do today with you guys. And so it's been a very exhausting, very busy week. I would encourage you if you're somebody that's trying to plan out how your first week is going to be as a LuLaRoe consultant, I would encourage you to consider maybe not doing more than 2 large sales, or dividing, your inventory into multiple sales throughout the week, depending on what platforms you're using to sell on. So I really want to do all 3 of the main platforms that LuLaRoe consultants use to sell. So I definitely want to continue selling on Periscope, continue selling in my Facebook group, and also host regular in-home pop-up parties here locally with my friends and their friends as well. So I kind of want to keep an even spread across those 3 platforms, but I'm very glad that I didn't schedule my in-home launch party this week because I think that might have been my threshold. It's been really nonstop for me. Granted, I do have my job that I've been going to throughout the week as well, so that's been extra time away from LuLaRoe, but I can't imagine adding anything more to my plate than I've added this week. I could imagine taking a little bit away from my plate, but not adding anything more to it. Overall though, I will say that as tired as I've been this week and exhausted and just overwhelmed, it's been the best kind of tired. That kind of tired where you're like, holy cow, I would love some sleep right now, but I don't want to go to bed yet because I'm having so much fun. Seriously, that's exactly what it feels like all week. That's what it's felt like. So that's kind of, that wrapped up. And then I wanted to talk just a little bit about my sales with you guys. So I don't want to necessarily give out any very specific numbers, at least not yet. I might do that in the future, but not just yet. I think, and my reason for that is this. So I know that a lot of you, and I did this too, so I know a lot of you watching this, part of the reason that you watch these videos about, my weekend, my month in, all of those things is to get those numbers. Like, okay, what are these people actually selling? Like, what are the numbers? How much are you making? What are you profiting? What are you selling? How much of that is profit and how much is reinvestment? Things like that. How fast are you paying off your initial investment? So I'm going to give you some roundabout answers to some of those questions, but the reason I don't want to give exact dollar amounts is this. One thing I have found during the weeks and a couple of months that I've been waiting to become a consultant, as I've been doing my research, something I've found is that, you hear all these stories from people who have done really, really well, and their first week or their first month out the gate, they're just exploding on social media and just making so much money, like uncanny amounts of sales, which is amazing, and it's so encouraging, and I love hearing those stories. And maybe my story would feel like that to you. I don't know, maybe it would, because I have had a really great, strong week, I feel like. That being said though, one thing I've noticed is that I've really been fighting with myself to not build these unattainable expectations based off of what I'm seeing other women do. And I've really been struggling to not compare myself, even preemptively compare myself to what those women are doing and say to myself, oh, well, if I don't do that, then I'm failing. My headband's coming off. I'm gonna put it back on. Yep, that's about what my week's been like. So, you know, I've been struggling to battle these thoughts of, you know, if I don't do $1 million in sales my first week, then I'm not doing very well. And that's so not true. I mean, this is not a, you know, get rich quick business. This is a put the work in business and you'll see the fruit of your labor type business. And I knew that in the beginning, and I heard that in the beginning of this journey. And there's nothing wrong with people sharing their successes, and I want to share my success with you because I do want to encourage you that this is real. Like, this is real life. This is happening, and it's so exciting and so encouraging. But at the same time, I want this journey to be your journey, and I want to just encourage you real quick that if you are somebody that's in the queue, or maybe has just started out yourself, or maybe has been doing this for quite some time, if you fall into any of those categories, please don't compare yourself to other people, because this is your journey. This is your experience with LuLaRoe, and this experience is what you make of it. So if you're somebody that just wants to have fun with this and make a little extra income, and you don't necessarily need to, you know, make $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month in profits, then don't feel like you're a failure because you're not, you know, killing yourself to get to those numbers. It's not a bad thing to push yourself to get to those numbers, but it's also equally not a bad thing to take your time and build relationships, because that's what this company was founded on, was relationship building. You know, take your time to get to know your customers, and maybe not sell 50 things on your first sale, but maybe sell 5 things, and then build a relationship with those 5 customers who will then tell their friends, man, this consultant really cares about me and I get along with them and I want to give my business to them, and you should give your business to them too. So that's, I know I'm going off a little rabbit trail there, but that's my soapbox for you in the middle of this video, is that I want to encourage you just to find the joy in this journey. I'm like, oh my gosh, getting emotional. Seriously, find the joy in what this company offers you as a consultant, and run with that and focus on that. Focus on the pieces of this experience that bring you that joy. Those moments of interacting with somebody that's just buying a pair of leggings for the first time, and they get them in the mail and they send you a message and say, oh my gosh, these are incredible and I never want to take them off. Or, oh my gosh, I just got my first Azure skirt in the mail and I feel absolutely beautiful in it. Like, cherish those moments. Don't focus so much on I have to reach this number, but cherish those moments where you get to be a part of something bigger than yourself. Whew. I told you guys I'm tired, so I'm probably extra emotional right now, but that's just been the most amazing thing this week, is getting to have those moments with women that I don't even know. And I might edit some of this. Just getting to be a part of somebody's life in such a positive way and encourage them that they look beautiful and that they are beautiful. And even just getting the encouragement from somebody you don't even know saying, you did such a good job in your Periscope sale. You were, I enjoyed watching you, even, you know, if they didn't buy anything from me, just hearing those words from a perfect stranger who took the time out of their day to reach out and say, you know, thank you for doing what you're doing, is incredible. So, so I encourage you to find those moments for yourself. That being said, I will share a little bit of the financial side of this week with you, because I know that that's probably why you're watching this video, and I get it, because I've done that too for months now, so I totally get it. Okay, so with the sales that I've done, my Periscope launch, my Facebook launch, and the little in-between sales with individual people, I think I've had a really strong week. So without saying specific numbers, I will say that I am I've taken a large chunk out of my initial inventory already, just this week. And something really cool and unexpected, at least for me, was that the sales that I've done, so starting with my first sale last Tuesday night, the sales that I've done as they've processed through Audrey, which is LuLaRoe's payment system, they've hit my bank account really quickly. So every day I'm seeing money roll into that bank account, and man, is that encouraging. Especially a couple of days have been large amounts of money hitting my bank account all at once. Amounts larger than I see on my paycheck every 2 weeks from my part-time job. So that's really encouraging, really, really encouraging. And I will say this, it's been enough. I've seen enough money come into my bank account in the 6 days since I did my first sale. I've seen enough money come into my bank account that I've been able to replenish the stuff that I've sold in my Periscope sale. My Facebook sale just finished. So I've been able to replenish the stuff that I sold in that first sale and then build some on top of that. So I want to expand my inventory, and I've already been able to do that a little bit with some of the money that's come in from my first sale. And then on top of that, today was a big day because LuLaRoe released their special edition 4th of July collection. That's a very limited collection. And when they do these special edition collections, they sell out immediately. So as soon as they post them for consultants to purchase, within minutes, they're gone, they're sold out. So I don't know how I got so lucky today, but I managed to hit it just right, and I was able to get into the system at just the right time and place an order for a bunch of 4th of July stuff. I'm so excited about that, and my customers are so excited about that, so I'm so happy to get to share that with them. And I had money in my bank account to be able to make that purchase today. That was actually an unexpected purchase. So I made a smaller order this morning, and I wasn't planning on being able to snag any of that 4th of July stuff. And so this was a little bit of an unexpected investment that I did this afternoon with the 4th of July order. But I was able to do that, and I had money in my account to be able to do that. And I know that I'll have more money in my account tomorrow to even replace what I spent today. I mean, that's, oh my gosh, there are no words for that. At least for me, my husband and I are in a place in our life where we're not living paycheck to paycheck per se. But at the same time, I wouldn't say that we are in a position in life where I would normally not bat an eyelash at dropping hundreds of dollars on an order of clothing and not think twice about it and just say, yeah, no big deal. I got this, no problem. So that's a big thing for me, a really big thing. Okay, so that's been my week. It's been amazing. It's been exhausting. It's been encouraging. It's been so exciting. I am a little bit sleep deprived, although I'm catching up. I am excited that this next week is my last week working another job because I have so much respect for people who balance both and are doing so well with LuLaRoe while doing a full-time job. For me, I'm not that person. I need to have balance in my life. I need to be able to focus on this with LuLaRoe and focus on building relationships with my customers, and also have time to spend with my family, with my hubby and my puppy. So yeah, and my friends, because, you know, those relationships are special to me and important. So I'm excited. This is my last week trying to juggle juggle 2 jobs basically. And I can't wait to share more with all of you as the weeks go on. I'm sure I'll be doing more updates in the future, probably at the 1-month mark, and maybe, who knows, maybe even before then. But that's what I have for you so far today. If you're somebody that is in the queue waiting and you are trying to get your hands on whatever information you can to encourage you and to remind yourself why you're doing this, then I hope this video has been helpful for you. I hope it has been encouraging in some way. If you're somebody that's considering doing this, but you're kind of on the fence, or you have questions about what it's like to be a LuLaRoe consultant, please reach out to me. I would so love to chat with you a little bit. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot to mention the support that I received this week, and this is such a big part of LuLaRoe culture. So this kind of ties into, if this is something you're considering doing, this week would not have been possible, seriously would not have been possible without my support system. My husband, who is just amazing and has been so encouraging, and he's been, you know, he was on board from the beginning, but like hesitantly on board, and now, of course, he's fully on board. After seeing my sales this week, he is all in. He is rocking a Randy to work. He's all the way in. So he's been a huge support to me. My family has been a huge support to me. My local friends have been so encouraging and so excited to come shop my clothes, whether they knew about LuLaRoe before or not. They've been a huge encouragement. And then my team, my sponsor, Fern Bourrier, has been, oh my gosh, she's been amazing and such a help throughout all of this. Her sponsors, so my Lula grandmother and my Lula great-grandmother, Kendra Pratt and Anna Matos, they've been amazing. My greater team, the Lula Rock Stars, oh my gosh, just such amazing women on that team. I can't believe I've spent my whole life not knowing these women, because we've grown so close in such a short amount of time, and they have been so great to go out of their way to send me little words of encouragement and ask me how my day's going and if there's anything they can pray for me for, to which my answer is yes, please pray for me, pray for sleep and for good choices and for my nerves to settle as I'm going live on Periscope. Oh my gosh, so many prayers needed. But they've been amazing in such an incredible way. So if you're somebody considering doing this, the first thing I would say is do it. If you think this is something that you might enjoy doing, if you're a customer and you enjoy the clothes already, you're one step ahead already. So just do it. Like, put your name on that list. You'll have a couple of months to do all your research and set up all your finances and all of that while you're waiting in the queue. And it'll be so worth it. You'll need that time to really set yourself up for success. So I would encourage you to, take that leap and believe in yourself and do something for yourself. This is such an incredible, exciting journey to be on. If you have questions, I'm happy to answer those for you. And if I don't know the answers to your questions, I'm happy to reach up to my sponsors above me and they'll have the answers. If you're looking for a sponsor and you want to talk about that, I would love to talk to you about that as well. You can reach me in a couple of different places. The easiest way to reach me is through Facebook. So you can find my Facebook group, LuLaRoe Jen Herron, and request to join, and I'll approve you there. You can message me on Facebook. My name is Jennifer Herron, H-A-R-O-N. So you can message me on Facebook and I'll approve that message and respond to you as soon as I'm able to. And then if you need to, you can email me as well. So you can email me at jenloveslularoe@gmail.com. So that's Jen, loveslularoe@gmail.com. You can email me there to get more information. And I'll put these links down below in the video as well so that you have that information there. And then you can find me on Periscope as well. So if you're on Periscope, also my handle is at JenLovesLuLaRoe. Or you can search LuLaRoe Jen Herron, either way, and you'll find me there. So yeah, follow me on Periscope, jump into one of my sales coming up, and feel free to ask any questions, that you have on there. I'd love to chat and just hear where you are at and hear kind of what your thoughts and concerns are. And I can tell you, I've spent the last 3 months doing a ton of research on this business. I've started 3 companies prior to this, and I don't jump into anything lightly. And I've never jumped into a direct sales business. I had a very short stint with one other direct sales business prior to this where I just kind of wanted to try out the product, and it was an opportunity to try out the product, and for no additional cost, I could become, a person, a part of that business. And that didn't really go very far for me, and that's totally fine, but I didn't put a lot of effort into it either because I wasn't sure if it was something I wanted to do. Once I did my research on it, I decided no, it wasn't for me, and I haven't found a direct sales company prior to this that I did feel comfortable being a part of. Not saying anything against direct sales, I'm part of that world now, but just nothing that struck my fancy. And so I can definitely tell you I've done my research with this company. I probably can answer a lot of your questions and concerns if you're looking for someone to bounce things off of. So I'd love to have that conversation with you and just kind of see if, if we're a good fit, or if I can at least just help you, make a solid decision about how to move forward with this. So I look forward to having another few more weeks like I had this week and sharing that experience with all of you. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. So many of you have subscribed to my channel, and I so appreciate that. I love all of you so much. Thank you so many of you who have reached out to me and just offered me encouragement and support. It means the world to me. It really does. And that being said, I will let you get back to your daily lives. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I'm gonna go sell some more LuLaRoe. So shop with me, reach out to me, message me, and we'll chat about finding you a cute outfit. Until next time, guys, have a great day.